Have you ever felt like you're putting in the work, but not seeing the results fast enough? You start a new habit. Maybe it's working out, learning a skill, or building a business. You're fired up for the first few days, maybe even a week. But then, that initial motivation starts to fade. Life gets in the way. You miss a day, and suddenly, you're back at square one. It's a frustrating cycle, right? We've all been there. We see people online achieving incredible things and think, what's their secret? What magic bullet do they have that I don't? Well, today, I want to talk about the most underrated, unsexy, but unbelievably powerful secret to success. It's not about talent, luck, or some overnight breakthrough. It's about something much simpler, something anyone can do. It's the power of consistency. Let me tell you a story about a guy named Leo. Leo wasn't a superstar athlete. He wasn't born with some crazy genetic gift for running. He was just a regular guy with a regular job and a big goal. He wanted to run a marathon. So, he made a simple decision. Every single morning, his alarm would go off at 5 a.m., and every single morning, Leo would lace up his running shoes and hit the road. It didn't matter what the weather was like. Pouring rain, he was out there, freezing cold. He layered up and ran. So tired he could barely open his eyes. He'd splash some cold water on his face and get it done. It shows up. Now, at the beginning, his friends, and even some of his family, thought he was a little crazy. They'd see him heading out before the sun was up and say things like, "Bro, what's the point? That little jog isn't going to turn you into a pro overnight." Or they'd joke, "Taking a day off won't kill you. Man, live a little." They saw his small daily effort and dismissed it. In their minds, success was supposed to be this big, explosive event. You go hard for a week, you get ripped. You cram for a night, you ace the test. That's the hype we're sold. Leo didn't argue with him. He didn't try to justify his routine. He just smiled, nodded, and kept running. He knew something they didn't. He knew the secret wasn't in one single heroic run, but in the hundreds of small, ordinary runs added together. As the weeks turned into months, a funny thing started to happen. Many of the same people who had clowned him, the ones who had started their own gym memberships with a big bang in January, were already falling off. Their motivation had fizzled out. They hit the snooze button. They found excuses. Their brand new workout gear was collecting dust in the closet. But Leo, he was still out there, every single morning. He was locked in. His daily run wasn't a choice anymore. It was just who he was. It was part of his identity, and slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the changes started to happen. His pace got a little faster. The hills that used to leave him gasping for air became manageable. His legs felt stronger, his breathing more controlled. But the biggest transformation wasn't just physical. Something was shifting in his mind. Every morning he chose discipline over comfort. He was casting a vote for the person he wanted to become. He was building mental toughness, resilience. He was proving to himself that he could keep a promise even when no one was watching. That quiet confidence started to spill over into other areas of his life. He became more focused at work, more patient with his family. He was building a foundation of self-trust, one sunrise run at a time. The small, seemingly insignificant daily action was creating a powerful ripple effect. This is the compound effect in action. It's like putting a penny in a jar every day. For the first few weeks, you barely notice it. But over time, those pennies turn into dollars, and those dollars grow into a significant sum. Each run was a penny in Leo's jar. Finally, the day of the marathon arrived. The air was buzzing with nervous energy. People were doing their last-minute stretches, filled with a mix of excitement and anxiety. But Leo felt a strange sense of calm. He wasn't nervous. Why? Because he had already done the work. The race itself was just the victory lap. He had already won the battle against his snooze button 300 times. He had already conquered miles and miles of dark, empty roads. This single event was just the culmination of hundreds of consistent, disciplined mornings. While others were relying on race day adrenaline and hype, Leo was relying on his training. He was relying on the foundation he had built, brick by brick, day by day. He started the race at a steady pace, just like he did every morning. He saw people sprint out of the gate, full of energy, only to burn out a few miles later. Leo just kept his rhythm. He trusted his process. As he crossed the 20-mile mark, the infamous wall where many runners break down, he felt tired, for sure. His muscles ached, but his mind was strong. He just remembered all those rainy mornings, all those times he wanted to quit, but didn't. This was no different. He just had to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And he did. He crossed that finish line, not with a dramatic movie-style sprint, but with a steady, strong, triumphant stride. He had done it. The people who saw him finish were amazed. "Wow, Leo, you're a natural," they said. But it wasn't natural talent. It was the unnatural commitment to doing the boring work, day in and day out. Leo's story proves a fundamental truth. Consistency beats intensity. Hype fades. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline and consistency are what build real, lasting results. Think about it in your own life. What's that one goal you have? Maybe it's learning to play the guitar. Practicing for 15 minutes every single day is infinitely more powerful than a single, frustrating 3-hour session once a month. Want to write a book? 1 page a day is 365 pages in a year. Want to get healthier? Choosing a salad over fries, going for a short walk. These small, consistent choices are what create massive change over time. We live in a culture that glorifies the highlight reel. We see the finish line, not the grueling training. We see the successful business, not the sleepless nights and countless rejections. We fall into the trap of thinking we need to make some huge, drastic change to get what we want. But the truth is, you don't need to be a hero once a month. You need to be consistent every day. The secret is to fall in love with the process, not just the prize. Find joy in the repetition, in the quiet discipline of showing up for yourself. Start small, so small that you can't say no. Then, just don't break the chain. What is one small thing you can commit to doing every single day, starting today, that will move you closer to your goal? Don't overthink it. Make it simple. Make it achievable. And then, just do it. Tomorrow, do it again. Let the power of consistency work its magic in your life. Be like Leo. Ignore the noise. Ignore the skeptics. And just keep lacing up your shoes. The results will speak for themselves. You've got this. Thanks for watching today. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a better life. Drop a comment below and let me know the one small thing you're committing to today. Let's hold each other accountable. See you in the next one.